Hello students, welcome once again to the same chapter, A Triumph of Surgery. So this will be the last part 3 of the chapter, and I will finish this chapter today. Now Dr. Harriet is saying, we could hardly believe it when the brandy came to put a final age on Tricky's constitution, composition, makeup, talking about his health. So they could hardly believe when Mrs. Pumphrey started bringing even brandy to give Tricky's body a shape. For a few nights, the fine spirit was rolled around, inhaled, and respectfully drunk. For few nights, they were having that fine spirit. That spirit was rolled, inhaled rolled and inhaled, drunk reverently, respectfully. There were days of deep content satisfaction, starting well with the extra egg in the morning. So those days were days of happiness, great happiness. How they were starting their day with extra egg in the morning, with breakfast, improved and maintained, kept in existence by the midday wine. At lunchtime they were drinking wine and finishing luxuriously round the fire, and finishing the day off luxuriously, comfortably, sitting round the fire with the brandy, drinking brandy. So that's how they started their day and they finished their day. So those days were days of deep content for them. It was a temptation to keep Tricky on a permanent guest, on as a permanent guest. So it was a temptation. It was a greed to keep Tricky as a permanent guest. Why? So if they keep Tricky for a longer period of time as a permanent guest, so those things they are going to get from Mrs. Pumphrey. So that's what he was saying, that it was a temptation to keep Tricky. But I knew Mrs. Pumphrey was suffering, and after a fortnight felt compelled to phone and tell her that the dog had recovered and awaiting collection. But Dr. Harriet, he knew that Mrs. Pumphrey was suffering a lot without Tricky. So after a fortnight, as he promised her that he should be kept in observation for a fortnight, so after a fortnight, he was compelled, he was forced to phone to call Mrs. Pumphrey and tell her that the little dog had recovered well enough and he is awaiting collection, and you are supposed to come here, collect your dog and go away. Within minutes, so when she got that call, within a few minutes, about 30 feet of gleaming, shining black metal drew up outside the surgery. Shining black metal, a long car. Okay, shining black car came up outside the surgery. The chauffeur, the driver, opened the door, and I could just make out the figure of Mrs. Pumphrey, almost lost in the interior. And as soon as the driver opened the door, the narrator could see Mrs. Pumphrey. She was a figure almost lost in the interior. Her hands were tightly clasped in front of her. So, like this, she was sitting, holding her hands tightly, clasped tightly in front of her hand. Her lips trembled. Her lips were shaking. Why? In nervousness. Oh, Mr. Harriet, do tell me the truth. Is he really better? So she is asking Dr. Harriet, do tell me the truth. Okay, is he really better? Means she is not believing herself that her dog has become well. Her dog has completely recovered. Now Dr. Harriet replying, yes, he is fine. There is no need for you to get out of the car. I will go and fetch him. So Dr. Harriet saying that no need of you to come out of the car to Mrs. Pumphrey. He is saying that he will himself go and bring her dog. I walked through the house into the garden. A mass of dogs was hurtling round and round the lawn, and in their midst, ears flapping, tail waving, was the little golden figure of Tricky. So, as Mr. Harriet walked through the house into the garden, a mass of dogs, a group of dogs, was hurtling, moving rapidly, violently, round and round the the garden. And in their midst, in between them, ears flapping ears, with flapping ears and tail waving, was little golden figure of Tricky. So Tricky could be seen there, in between them. In 2 weeks, he had been transformed into a stretchable, full of energy, hard muscled animal. He was keeping up well with the pack. Pack here means group. So he was doing well with the group of other dogs. Stretching out in great bounds. So he was doing exercise. He was stretching his front legs and back legs in great bound, in great distance. His chest almost brushing the ground, touching the ground. So he has become so stretchable. I carried him back along the passage to the front of the house. The chauffeur was still holding the car door open when Tricky saw his mistress. He took off from my arms in a tremendous, huge leap, jump, and sailed into Mrs. Pumphrey's lap. Now the driver was still holding the door of the car, and as soon as Tricky saw Mrs. Pumphrey, so he took a huge jump from the doctor's arm and he sailed into Mrs. Pumphrey's lap. Godi mein badi go. She gave a startle. She was shocked. Ooh! And then had to defend herself as he climbed by gripping with nails over her, licking her face, smelling her face, licking her face with his tongue and barking. During this excitement, I helped the chauffeur to bring out the beds, toys, cushions, coats, and bowls, none of which had been used. So all these things which Mrs. Pumphrey sent along with the dogs. Okay, all these things like Tricky's beds, toys, cushions, coats, bowl, none of which had been used. On nothing among these had been used, given to Tricky. As the car moved away, Mrs. Pumphrey leaned out of the window. So she leapt out of the window. Tears shone in her eyes. Her lips trembled. Her lips shaking. Oh, Mr. Harriet, she cried, how can I ever thank you? This is a triumph of surgery. So, taking her head out of the window, she thanked she thanked Dr. Harriet, thanking this way, how can I ever thank you? This is a triumph of surgery. This is really a victory, a success of surgery. Surgery here means operation. So, thanking Dr. Harriet because the dog has completely recovered. So, that's it. Thank you.